All right, boys and girls, we got the PSA 10.5 inch 7.62 by 39 upper. See Products Magazine loaded up with 30 rounds of Wolf steel case ammunition. Let's go have some fun. Woo! Now that's what I call some fun. To the point, informative, and entertaining. Welcome back to Elfster's Rifles and Reloading. So if you're a subscriber and you've seen my videos before, especially on my PSA 7.62 by 39 and 5.56 PSA uppers with its one single PSA lower with an SBA 3 brace, this is obviously an issue that I'm running into. So a couple weeks ago I picked up my PSA AR pistol and I noticed some rattling around in the buffer tube that didn't exactly sound like a buffer spring. So I took out my buffer and sure enough, it's just getting destroyed. Not so much by the 223, but I think the recoil of the 7.62 by 39 is destroying this PSA buffer. So obviously I needed to find a solution to this problem, but I wanted to keep it affordable. Obviously these PSA AR pistols are under 600 bucks. More times than not, the people that are buying these particular firearms are on a working man's salary, or a woman, whichever way you want to look at it. Now I get it, not everyone is a gunsmith and they don't particularly feel like ripping apart their AR. But if you're not intimidated with that, I would highly suggest putting on an adjustable gas block. And also, if money is not an issue, it doesn't get any better than this, the JP Enterprise silent capture system. The problem is with this damn near costs as much as my PSA lower itself. And in this situation, it's just not gonna happen. Now, a very close second to the JP silent capture system is gonna be the Armaspec Stealth Recoil Spring Buffer System. Now, the Armaspec Recoil Buffer System comes in different ounce ratings. You know, more times than not in this situation, you're gonna have about two options. 3.8, which will work great for the 223, but the 7.62 by 39 might beat that up a little bit too much. So you'd have to jump up most likely to the 4.7 ounce option. But then the 223 option is most likely going to short stroke and not going to function. Now, although the Armaspec Stealth Recoil Spring Buffer System is affordable at 80 bucks, I still wanted an even more affordable option that is not only affordable, but was easy for your average consumer to adjust. Now, after saying all of that, there is one more key feature that I wanted. Now, I did get in contact with PSA and they are sending me a replacement buffer, but I'm sure as hell I'm not going to put that back in and just run into the same situation. So I wanted something that was adjustable, affordable, and if I ever do sell these PSA AR pistols, I can take what I'm about to show you out and put the replacement back in. Enough said. So let me just get this out of the way quick. Odin Works did not send this to me for free. I paid for this. This is mine. I honestly think this is going to be the best solution as affordable for this PSA upper combination. Now, Odin Works sells an AR-15 light, heavy, and AR-10 for $49. And they also have an AR 9mm for $64. Now, in my particular situation, I think they're AR heavy, which ranges from 3.7 to 5.8 ounces, going to be the best for my situation for shooting both 223 and 7.62 by 39. But they do sell an AR-15 light version that ranges from 2.1 to 4.2 ounces. More times than not, that's going to be for your 3-gunners and guys on the move. And obviously they have their AR-10s for 308s, 6.5 Creedmoors and such, and also the 9mm buffer system, which is more expensive, but it has an extra tungsten weight in it, and that's why. So rather than me boring you with all this information, I highly suggest just jumping on Odinworks website. There's more information on the particular slugs, different options, and they also have another video on there from Odinworks that goes into great detail. Now, I did double check all of these slugs, the tungsten, the steel, and the aluminum, also with the body itself, and they are spot on. The body itself came in at 3.1, the steel was 0.65, aluminum 0.22, and the tungsten was 1.45 ounces. And I did load up the body with all 3 aluminum slugs, and I also did another option with 2 steel and 1 tungsten, and it came spot on at what Odinworks claimed it to be. Now, if you're a reloader like myself and you do decide to go with this option, and you don't particularly have a ounce scale, you can use your Charge Master. They call it the Charge Master 1500 for a reason. That means it goes up to 1500 grains. And you can jump on Google and just Google grains to ounces and weigh your individual parts, and you can convert those grain measurements to ounces. It's easy as that. Now, obviously, I have used the JP silent capture system in my 6.5 Mega AR. But this particular situation with an adjustable buffer itself, this is all new to me, so you're going to go on this ride with me at the range. So if you're in the same boat with me with 2 different uppers and 1 single lower, this is going to be my method to my madness. Now, I have used the Spike Tactical 4-ounce buffer before in my 223s. I've never had an issue with that. And I guess that's my reasoning for going with the heavy system that starts at 3.8. And my reasoning is if it can cycle the 223, the 7.62 by 39 is obviously not going to have a problem. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to load up all 3 aluminum slugs in the body itself at 3.8. We're going to take 3 shots, and if it clears, we're going to take one of those aluminum out and replace it with a steel. And we're going to keep on doing that, and most likely I'm never even going to come close to the tungsten, I'm sure. Now keep in mind, I'm using highly tuned reloads with a 60 grain VMAX, so if you shoot an array of factory ammunition, you're most likely going to want to do this with the lightest bullet. Now this is very important. Before you add or remove any slugs, make sure, let me focus in on here, that you loosen this up first before removing this. If you don't, you're going to strip out the sides of this nut. And we're going to start out with the 223 upper. See out the range. I think it's safe to say no one's gonna show up. There is not a bipod mark on that bench. That is nice. Other than someone trekking through the snow here at 25 yards, but not a single footstep all the way down to 300. Man, I love that. You know, some guys just don't make the sacrifices like I do. I just really love you guys. Like I said, must really love you guys. Okay, so we're gonna start out with 3 rounds, 223 with all aluminum slugs. And I am literally shooting on a bench of ice here, no joke. So I had to remount this red dot, so I don't know if it's zeroed or not, but we'll find out. Alright, no issues on that. Let's step it up to 2 aluminum and 1 steel. Alright, so no issues there. We'll step it up to the next round. I'm just going to quick run down, check out my zero, and the bolt held open. Okay, so I'd say we definitely need to adjust the left here. I'd say the windage is pretty good. Alright, so 3 rounds, 223, 2 steel and 1 aluminum slug. Alright, no malfunctions there. Let's step it up to 3 steel. Alright, so 223, 3 steel slugs. See if we can get jam. Man, those must be some hot reloads. No issues. I was amazed. Come on, bench of ice. No way. That thing actually cycled? I can't believe that. No way. 5.8 ounces with a 223. All right, we're going to blast this one with a 223 and a 7.62 by 39 here. All right, so 223, 20 rounds, maxed out buffer at 5.8 ounces, which is pretty freaking amazing. So we're going to go for that bottom right group, 20 rounds. Not so much about accuracy, it's just about function on this buffer. Wow, 20 rounds on a 5.8 ounce maxed out buffer, which is insane on a 223. All right, so I got the PSA 7.62 by 39 upper on. I got some Wolf steel case ammunition 7.62 by 39 and a 123 grain bullet. And we're just gonna make sure that this cycles okay. So we're gonna load up 10 total rounds here and then shoot another 10 just to make sure that everything functions properly on both cartridges. So I would load up to 30 round, but it would hit the bench, so I'm going to have to do 2 10-round mags. Man, it's a bench of ice, man. Once again, this is not about accuracy, it's just about function. All right, so that was 10 rounds. Back on the bottom left, 10 rounds. 7.62 by 39. All right, no failures to feed or eject. Good to go. I also want to make note that the 7.62 by 39 is ejecting perfectly at the 4 o'clock position. Looking good. All right, so we got the 223 upper back on. I'm going to sacrifice 10 rounds of brass here for you guys, just to make sure that it's ejecting at the right clock position. So we're going to do 10 rounds here, check out the brass ejection location. And I'm going to put my bag back up so I don't waste this good Lake City brass. Hey Sean, you want to keep an eye on where this stuff is ejecting?
Yep. 2 o'clock.
Just shoot going forward.
Yeah.
Still going 2 o'clock?
Yeah, still at 2.
Okay, so less than a minute later, I took the tungsten out, run on 3 total steel lugs. I'm gonna run 10 rounds. I'm gonna sacrifice this brass to see where it's going. And Sean's gonna keep an eye on the brass here, see where this ejects, what clock position, and go back on that bottom right circle. You looking any better?
2 o'clock still.
Okay, come on, that's impressive. Holy cow, the wolf is right in line with my reloads. That's insane. Not sure if Odin Works recommends blue Loctite, but the way I look at it, it can't hurt. It's not like these parts really get that hot. Well, needless to say, that was definitely a learning experience. The very fact that my 60 grain VMAX reloads went all the way up to 5.8 ounces, that is crazy, and I never thought it would even get that far. And if you want to see something that's even more crazy, this is the stock PSA buffer that came with my lower. Ready? 2.9 ounces. So what conclusions can I take away from this? Well, number one, if you can afford it, and I might do this, I'm not sure. It's hard to spend extra money on a pistol AR that cost me less than $600, but I think an adjustable gas block would do a great amount of service for these setups. And another option would be improving the spring. You know, that would be a really inexpensive solution, and that's probably the direction I'll head next. So keep an eye out for a future video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I think we both learned something from this. And if you did, please subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you next time.